Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Welcome on board. It's your friend, your brother, Kejau Touray today. I'll try and talk about issues that's affecting us. It's an interactive session. So have your say. Let us know what you think about the issues that we are raising. The first issue that I want to talk about is the Sukuta issue. I think Sukuta is a big problem when it comes to land. And it is not only in Sukuta, but almost everywhere in the country. We have an estate developer as a president. So and he has empowered many estate developers, and this is a problem. We have our estate developers are not regulated. They go to communities, buy land cheap in bulk, sell it in very expensive, without any amenities there. So it's a lucrative business in the Gambia. We've seen people coming from people like Barrow with nothing, and overnight you become a millionaire. So everybody's getting into it, and they're ripping off our villages. This is the problem. This is the reality. We have to talk about these issues. They're ripping off everywhere. They're causing so many problems. So the issue in Sukuta, the president should address it maturely, and make sure that he uses his influence and the office he occupies to send in elders to talk to these people concerned, so that we prevent damages to people's properties. Because yesterday we have multi-million dollars in damages to those properties there. The cement walls were broken, and the community itself, the effect it has on the community is great. So we have to make sure that we look into these kind of things and make sure they don't happen, because we have seen too many land problems since Barrow came into power. Some say the government is lazy. They don't take initiatives. They only leave things as they are. The same way Yaya Jammeh used to do it. But Yaya Jammeh was not in a democracy. Now we are in a democracy. People will take things into our own hands. We cannot be lackadaisical about things that are going to affect us. So before the planning, the town planning planning unit go to bring people's things down, they need to engage people. This is going to cause so many problems. We have to engage them. For instance, we have our problems too, and I don't know why the planning is not doing anything about it. We live in Brufut, behind Tufts Brufut. I think it's Brufut Gardens or somewhere, and he's put a big wall there. And the easement, there was an easement there that says that, like everywhere, you have a right of road. You have to pass through this to go to the road. Taft found us there many years before he got that place, and afterwards he blocked all the roads, with a wall. Why can't physical planning go there and bring that down? I mean, what is the problem with us? Why is he going to bring people's things down that are not on anybody's land, nobody's roads, nothing? And we have a plan. We have a developer, a property developer, who has put a big wall on our way. Different ways. He's blocked our way, a way that was there well before he was born. And some of us had our land well before he came there. So those are issues that we need to look into and make sure that. Okay, let's see what our people are coming. ABC is physical planning department folks. Yes, SRBC said they are the problem. Binta Danso, welcome on board. Amadou Javi, welcome everyone. Mamadi Marina, let's have your say. What do you think about the Sukuta issue? Also, what do you think about the president's power to declare a state of emergency? I think, and I saw some people supporting him because for that. I think it's a wrong, misguided support, because what we need to tell him is to engage the National Assembly members. Engage them. They have their concerns. He should talk to them. See how they can put things together. How they can, prevent, an impasse kind of situation where he's saying something and they're saying something. All they want is more control over our borders, and they've done their findings. They've gone around the country. They have those reports. They have all rights to tell the government, can you look into these cases before you come and ask for extensions? And if the government ignores their pleas and go ahead with the extension, I don't think it's okay to applaud the government for doing that. You know, I think it's a misguided support. And we have to be really, really, really wary there. Okay, welcome on board. Ansumane Kebe, Godoma, Guy Korebe Sundinko, Asan Benga, welcome on board. Okay, so, yeah. So I think those are the points we have to talk about. You know, he has to, as the president, he has to engage the National Assembly. He cannot take on his own unilateral decision and say, okay, I'll take it to the National Assembly. They're asking too much questions. We can't answer them. You know, let's just go on and do our own. What is he going to do? Every 21 days renew it? I mean, yeah, I mean, he can do that. And, you know, but the essence, what these people are asking for is simple. Otherwise, it's just cosmetic. You know, state of emergency, the only thing you can do is just steal the money that comes because of the state of emergency. Apart from that, what else can you do? Nothing. Okay, so we talked about the emergency powers and the Sukuta issue incident and how the president should be engaging people. You should be engaging the president's office instead of hiring all those nonsense advisors. That's the problem. Those advisors who don't know anything. The only thing they know is insults and having and accusing people and how to bring, you know, 1 or 2 dull people to his party. You know, those are not what advisors do. You should even Yaya Jammeh had those kind of advisors, but he calls them Yai Compin and Boy Compins. You don't make them presidential advisors and give them a lot of our money and our vehicles. You know, it's an insult to us. Not even Yaya Jammeh did those kind of things. Yeah, so it's a problem. You know, it's a problem. We have to think. People like Sidi Njai, you know, people like Sano. What kind of advisors are they? They will come and provoke the situation. They went on radios and they are saying, oh, UDP MPs are trying to politicize this thing. I mean, what nonsense is that? You know, how is UDP trying to politicize this thing? How do we expect our MPs to be rubber stamp parliament? You know, just anything the executive brings, they rubber stamp it and say it's okay. You know, it's not feasible at all. It's not feasible. I mean, we have to try and make sure that that we get these things in place. We have to make sure we get advisors who can talk to the president about issues, advisors who should be able to talk to him, to talk to the National Assembly, answer National Assembly, advisors who can talk to him, to talk to the Sukuta people and the town planning, so that you can resolve this problem once and for all. Not advisors who go on radio and how do they call it again? And Garwale people. Okay, Maimuna, Yaya, Zahra, welcome on board. Yaya Sana Yafa is saying Henry Gomez is the advisor. Yeah, I mean, Henry Gomez, I think is even a better advisor than those Sidinjai and Sano. Okay, SRBC say, Kejau brother, I think the president has lost it and thus turning into a dictator. Barrow is the most unfortunate president the Gambia has ever had. He's so clueless and doesn't know what is going on. He needs to do his homework to improve himself. Yeah, he needs to do his homework. He needs to improve himself very, very well. You know, because I saw in the Standard as well today, what they are saying is that the cabinet as well, that the same old cabinet. I don't know what's wrong with this cabinet. This cabinet is looking for their job so badly, and the only reason they are doing it is for the PADMs. That's why we have to stop PADMs. We have to do something about the PADMs. That's why they are being jalol. That's why we have a PhD holder who cannot deliver anything except praises for Barrow. You know, so this is the problem with the cabinet. The cabinet is also saying, you know, the CRC should not make the president appearing before the parliament compulsory. I mean, you know, why? Because Barrow cannot read and write well. He cannot answer questions. And because of that, we are going to change our whole constitution because of one man. I don't want to call him an idiot, you know, but I mean, I think you know, those people are really, really playing with us. You know, I have said it before. You know, you know, they think we will take whatever it takes. You know, can you imagine that they are asking the CRRC, don't make the president's appearance in the parliament by force. Which country have we seen in the world that the president doesn't go to parliament to answer questions about his government? You know, if we have a president who cannot answer questions, is not articulate enough, then he should step down and let his vice president step in. You know. Okay, thank you guys. Yeah. H Dabo, good afternoon, bro. Welcome on, guys. Let's see what you have. Hey. Yeah. Okay. So nothing much to say. Nobody is saying very important things. I think I will cut it down here. But yeah, okay. So the next thing I think we wanted to talk about was, what was it again? We talked about the Sukuta issues, the emergency powers of the government. And I think the other point that we could talk about is I think those are the things that I narrated to be talking about here. Let's see. Yeah, so those are the three things. So I think I'll just go now. Okay, bye-bye. It's Ramadan. Ramadan is a lot harder, but we have to teach government, we have to teach Barrow that it is not okay to just go and declare unilateral emergency, state of emergency, you know. And he's saying the National Assembly is not in session, so he can go for 21 days. He should engage them. He should close the border as those people wanted. They wanted him to close the Senegal border because that's where we're getting all our cases. Why can't he do that? Why is he just behaving as if, you know, the only thing that is important is for him to declare a state of emergency. State of emergency. What's the use of the state of emergency? People are still going to work. The Chinese are still going on our beach. You know, the only thing is the social distancing is there, and it's the only place that we practice social distances is when the diaspora shout, when the people on the internet shout about everything. You know, even the Ministry of Health, we're not practicing social distancing until we told them to stop bunching up together. You know, so we have to look into these kind of things. Okay, physical planning department needs to put their act together, involving themselves in vandalizing people's property. I think it's a fine line because that's part of their job as well, to make sure that people build lands according to physical plans. You know, but I don't see any violation there, you know, obvious violation, because it has to be obvious for people to talk about it. I don't see any obvious violation there, so I don't know what the real issue is. So I hope our journalists will go and talk to the physical planning and see where we can improve these things. Okay, let's see what the other people are saying. Maybe we get some things there. But physical planning can break people's compounds down. But it has to be on a place like where we have where people are encroaching into lands. Even in Bruford, for instance, we had this. When I was buying mine, I saw people were building around the roads, and I said, no, I'm not going to take the whole road. I'm going to stay here. And my brother was saying, you're giving too much land away. I'm like, no, we need big space, you know. But when you look at the other compounds, they're all coming inside. So I think the physical planning has a duty to come and demarcate, you know, proper roads for the people to be using, you know. But we have to communicate with the people. Instead of, you know, coming down to knock it down, they could have written to them, you know, talk to them about it. Otherwise, these are going to cause problems. Okay, let's go on. Welcome on board, Young Malik. The Sukutarians are blaming the people from rural areas for their land problems when people from provinces bought their land. Yeah, I had that on the video, Sana Fati in Kotoma Itonyalam. You know, I saw that too. I saw the Sukuta people blaming the people in the provinces. And I think that is very unfortunate. Both their land problem, people from provinces bought their lands. Yeah, I think I had that from the video. They're even accusing the paras of being people from the provinces. Yeah, I didn't buy any land from Sukuta, and but anybody has a right to buy any land anywhere. So I think we have to talk to our Sukuta brothers to not shift the blame onto people who are not the culprits here. The people, I mean, who are not the culprits here. The culprits is the government. The government is not doing anything about this. You know, you cannot blame it on the province's people. You know, they have land, they have rights to buy land wherever they go. You know, and I had that on the video too, and that's very, very unfortunate. So I think I'll have to go now. It's a little bit hard because it's Ramadan. You know, when the sun is out, so I have to go to the sun bathe now. Take care, guys. Bye bye.